AITA for ruining a community Zen garden and installing a spite fence on my own property. I, 34M, bought 5 acres of land 3 years ago. My property sits directly adjacent to a high-end gated community called The Ridges. Crucially, my land is not part of their HOA. I'm on a private deeded plot that has been in the same family since the 40s. Ever since I moved in, the HOA president, Bill, has been acting like he's my landlord. He sent me friendly reminders about my grass height and once even tried to mail me a fine for having a non-conforming mailbox. I ignored them because, again, I am not in his jurisdiction. The real trouble started 6 months ago with Linda, a board member who describes herself as the chair of aesthetic integrity. Linda decided that a 20-foot wide strip of my woods, which borders their community's common area, was the perfect spot for a community Zen garden and walking path. I came home from work one Tuesday to find a landscaping crew clearing my brush and small trees. When I told them to leave, Linda appeared out of nowhere, clutching a clipboard. She told me that the Ridges had voted to reclaim the visual corridor, and that my overgrown weeds, wildflowers, and native saplings were an eyesore that lowered their property values. I told her to get off my land. She told me I was being unneighborly and that Bill says we have a prescriptive easement. I checked my survey and my lawyer confirmed there is no easement. I sent a cease and desist. Bill called me, sounding incredibly patronizing, and said, "Look, son, we're doing you a favor by landscaping this for free. Just let us finish the stone path and the bench installation. It'll make your property look like it actually belongs in a nice neighborhood." I told them no. I marked my property line with bright orange stakes. The next day, Linda pulled them up because they were tacky and triggered her migraines. The breaking point was last week. I came home to find they had actually installed a stone bench and a meditation Buddha 10 feet past my property line. They had also cut down a 50-year-old oak tree on my land because it blocked the sunset view for the path. I lost it. I hired a crew, and within 48 hours, I had a 10-foot-tall, industrial-grade chain-link fence installed exactly 2 inches inside my property line. I topped it with 3 strands of barbed wire. It looks like a high-security prison. It completely cuts off their Zen garden and leaves them with a view of galvanized steel and no trespassing signs. Bill and Linda are now livid. They've held an emergency board meeting and are claiming I'm harassing the community. Bill sent me a formal letter saying my fence is a malicious structure and that Linda is distraught because the fence creates a hostile energy that ruins the meditation space. They are threatening to sue me for the cost of the stone path, which is now on my side of the fence, and for emotional damages to the neighborhood. My friends think I'm a legend, but my sister says I'm being the AA because I could have just built a nice wooden fence instead of making the area look like a war zone. AITA for ruining a community Zen garden.